Hi there. I'm on my way, I'm making it. I've got to make it show.
Oh, crap.
Howdy, folks. First of all, yeah, it's been a while, and I apologize for that, but there were other things going on that took priority, as well as taking any ideas I had for videos. Gone. My mind was on other things. To begin with here, thank you very much for everybody that subscribed. I appreciate it, and for everybody that sent me any messages and all that. I do read every message and every letter and every comment on a video. I read all of that stuff. I don't respond to it all, but I do read it all. So where have I been? Well, it started with a fever, which I thought initially was just a cold. It wasn't a very high fever, but I never developed any cold symptoms. I checked the bed sore right away to make sure that wasn't it, but didn't show any signs of any problems. So, like I say, I figured it was a cold. But then a couple days later, the fever had gotten higher, and I checked the sore again, and bingo, a greenish discharge and warm to the touch, pain, and it had started hurting before that, but I figured it was just one of my bad days, you know. But also a kind of a rank odor to the dressing, so you got an infection going on. So I loaded up with antibiotics and, you know, started the war against the little buggies in there. And killed that. And then I stopped with the antibiotics and went back to the regular dressings, and I was okay for a couple of days there, and then the fever started coming back, so the war resumed. And I'm still doing the antibiotics. Everything's fine, but I'm still doing the antibiotics. Now, one thing that I will not do is make any videos when I'm wasted out on my pain meds. These are real strong meds. If I'm hurting real bad, I've got morphine and OxyContins to jump down my throat, and I just won't make videos when I'm buzzed out on that stuff. So, and then on top of that, there was some personal matters that I'm not going to get into any detail with, past saying that they had my mind occupied. You know, I have my priorities where YouTube comes after my family and my friends. So that's not going to change. And I don't think anybody that's reasonable would expect them to. And then also, it was the beginning of the month, which at the beginning of October, I made the mistake of letting the fun of YouTube interfere with my getting my bills done properly, giving them the proper attention that they need. And I ended up spending a couple of weeks playing catch up and bouncing money around and just, you know, instead of spending 2 days playing with numbers and then paying my bills so that I can maximize the effectiveness of my dollar in paying down my debts, I ended up just with a mess on my hands, where I was trying to catch up on things and find bills that I had misplaced, and, you know, all that stuff. So I think it's going to start being a regular thing that right around the beginning of the month, that I've kind of disappear for a couple of days, because I want to get my debts paid down and as quickly as I can, and but also anticipate what is probably going to come up as expenses during the month, and have that money set aside so I don't pay a big bill on a credit card and then just tap it again to pay something that's going to come up, such as my daughter's tuition or something like that. So, you know, that's probably going to end up being a regular thing, because I diddle with the numbers so that ideally I get the maximum bang for my buck as far as paying my debts down, and have just enough money to pay for my food and you know, other expenses, and as well as and end up with ideally maybe $5 or $10 in the bank at the end of the month. So now there's at least one person, and if there's one, there's usually more, that has felt that I was ignoring them. And for anybody that felt like I was ignoring them, I really wasn't. Like I say, there's these other things that were going on, and you know, they had my mind occupied. In the one case, they had done something, this person had done something special for me, and I thought I had responded to it, but the response didn't stick, and I didn't go back and check on it, and the result was, after doing a special thing for me, she felt like I had ignored it, and that was not the case. So anybody who's felt like I've ignored them, even though I don't answer every message or every email or anything like that, I do answer quite a few, but the key is you're never ever ignored. I read every single message, every single letter, every single anything that's sent to me, you know. I look at all the videos that are sent my way. I appreciate that stuff more than you can possibly know. So even if I don't comment on it or something, know that I will see it, and I do appreciate it. Now, I'm hoping that I'll have some ideas pretty soon for new videos, but my mind's been on this other stuff, and it basically blanked out what to do, you know. One guy has big old brass balls, and he actually told me, make a video already, and you know who you are. So I'd made a video for him. Y'all don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but you who sent me that message, you know who you are. I expect you to watch it, and I expect you to enjoy it. So I better get a letter from you that says you enjoyed it, because you ordered it. So what he gets is 2 minutes, how to make your bed in 2 minutes. For the rest of y'all, adios and hasta luego. I will check y'all out later. For you, Mr. Order Giver, here's how you make a bed in 2 minutes.